we're at the meat, we leave the meat, and we blow a sharp note, hopefully. That's to let everyone know we're leaving the meat. You watch all the hounds be sitting around, kind of milling around, not really, we're leaving them alone. We're trying to just let them settle, empty out, and all the sterns go up, all the heads go up. Everyone comes to the order with that. They know that. Okay? So then we put them in the cover. You tell them to go in. You go to the cover. You say, go in, go in. And you tell them to raise them up, raise them up, raise them up. That's what I'm saying. Try on, raise them up. That's to encourage the hounds just to push along. And then, so they always know where I am. You give them a little blow like this. Now that, see, listen, none of those hounds are speaking. That's a little bit of riot, but that, they're excited. But, nobody speaks when I blow that. Okay? So, okay, you hear a hound speak. You tell them, hark, 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 hark. Hark forward, hark forward, hark forward. Go forward to that hound that's speaking. And to encourage the pack and get them excited to get together, you blow.
We heard that today.
Okay, that's to get them together. That's to tell them that hound that's speaking is, I believe, is right. And I want everyone to go to that hound and support that hound and get together and hunt. Now we got a fox on his feet. So then, when they're running in the cover, and they haven't broke cover, but they're running as a pack, you blow this note. Blow this call. That's to let the field know that the hounds are still running in the cover. Okay? So, and your whipper-ins to know that the hounds are still running in the cover. That your hounds should be together. That really doesn't mean as much to them as it does to everyone else. That's the signal to everyone that I know we're still in cover. So then when they break cover and they go away, you blow. See, it's a little longer than to get together in the cover. Get together when they find. See, they know that's going away. Okay. So I don't usually blow the horn around the kennels because it does what it does to them. Okay.
It's doing to them now.
So that means everybody come forward. Coop, he hears come, coop forward away, right? You heard us calling that, right? That means come forward, hounds are going away. And then you hear me blow that again. And you hear me blow that again. And you hear me call again. So everyone's coming forward. Hounds, staff, field, everyone. We've gone. We're going. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. It should excite everyone to go. Okay? So then, you heard this little bit today when they were at the edge of the cover and they were at a check. You just blow a little bit like this. Just to steady them, just to let them know. Because what will happen with hounds is if they become insecure about what's happening, they'll pick their heads up and look for the huntsman. If they always know where the huntsman is, they'll keep working. But if they feel like they're getting left or they don't, that something's not right, they'll look for the huntsman. Then you see hounds like come trotting out of the woods to us and looking for us. And then today you saw like young hounds, the young entry hounds, the first-year enter hounds, they're coming out of the woods looking at me and they're bouncing up and down. I'm not really saying too much to them because I want them to go in and hunt, but they're just excited and they really don't know what to do. Since they really don't know what to do, they're not doing anything wrong, they're coming back to me. And that's what, as they get more experience and they get better, they'll leave me and they'll hunt more independently. But that takes time. So you really don't chastise them, you don't do anything, you just kind of quietly encourage them to go to the pack and hopefully someone speaks. So then the fox goes to ground. You blow him to ground. All your hounds should be digging at the earth and marking the earth. Now if it's a kill, you blow the same thing, but you go whoop, That's the difference between on the ground and the kill, is the wool wolf. Okay? And so then, if you don't have all your hounds and you want to gather your hounds, you know you count, your whipper-ins have counted them for me, and they say we have 16 out of 17 and a half, then I'll blow this note to gather them. And you heard this one today a bunch of times. They don't really respond to that, do they? They know that means come to me. And if the whipper-ins hear that, and they have hounds on their side, and they hear me blowing that, they'll send them to me. They'll tell them to get forward, get onto them, get onto them, and then in a voice that means gets their heads up and sends them. Now, the only reason the whipper-in has a whip, there's only one of the reasons the whipper-in has a whip, is to get their heads up. You know, whipper-in cracking his whip is a bad habit. You want to, a whipper-in saves that to get their heads up. So, if I'm picking hounds up for some reason, Mark has hounds on his side or Ron has hounds on his side, and they won't leave it, you'll hear him crack his whip, and then he gets his head up. When I hear him crack that whip, I'll blow that call again to bring him to me. Okay? And so then, at the end of the day, we blow for home. And this is to tell everyone the day's over. It's a little not as exciting as the leaving the meet. It's supposed to be a little long, kind of lull. And it's over. It means the day's over. And everyone's going home. So no matter where you are, you could be in the cover, you could be on the edge of the cover and hear that and say, okay, I know the day's over. They're going home, so you start heading for home. And that means if you're outside the cover, you can walk through the cover to go home because now I'm done. Because you never go through a cover ahead of us, so we never hack to the meet by going through a cover. So that means it's like the day's over. You can't mess us up now. And then we go home. That's the day.
So when you're in the back of the field, you know what the huntsman's doing.